Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of To The Point. Today's topic of discussion is National Human Rights Commission. First, let us see why is it in the news. Justice V. Ramasubramaniam, former judge of the Supreme Court of India, recently joined as the new chairperson of the National Human Rights Commission, India. Let's talk about NHRC. The National Human Rights Commission of India was established on 12 October 1993. The statute under which it is established is the Protection of Human Rights Act 1993, as amended by the Protection of Human Rights Amendment Act 2006 and Protection of Human Rights Amendment Act 2019. Established in conformity with the Paris Principles adopted for promoting and protecting human rights. Section 2, subsection 1d of the PHRA defines human rights as the rights relating to life, liberty, equality, and dignity of the individual, guaranteed by the Constitution or embodied in the international covenants and enforceable by courts in India. Let's now discuss the composition of NHRC. The Commission consists of a chairperson, 5 full-time members, and 7 deemed members. Chairperson is a former Chief Justice of India or a Supreme Court judge. Chairperson and members appointed by the President on the recommendations of a 6-member committee. The committee consists of the Prime Minister, the Speaker of the Lok Sabha, the Deputy Chairman of the Rajya Sabha, leaders of the opposition in both houses of Parliament, and the Union Home Minister. The chairperson and members hold office for a term of 3 years or until they reach the age of 70. Let's know more about the role and function of NHRC. Possesses powers of a civil code with judicial proceedings, empowered to utilize the services of central or state government officers or investigation agencies for investigating human rights violations, can investigate matters within 1 year of their occurrence, and functions are primarily recommendatory in nature. Let's now discuss shortcomings and functioning of NHRC. First, non-binding nature of recommendations. Although the NHRC investigates human rights violations and provides recommendations, it cannot compel authorities to take specific actions. Its influence remains largely moral rather than legal. Second, inability to punish violators. The NHRC lacks the authority to punish violators. Despite identifying perpetrators of human rights abuses, the NHRC cannot directly impose penalties or award relief to victims. This limitation undermines its effectiveness. Third, resource constraints. The NHRC faces resource shortages. With a high case load and limited resources, the NHRC struggles to handle investigations, inquiries, and public awareness campaigns efficiently. Fourth, lack of independence. The NHRC's composition relies on government appointments. Ensuring complete independence from political influence remains a challenge, affecting its credibility. Now it's time for the practice question. Consider the following statements about NHRC. The chairperson and members of NHRC hold office for a term of 5 years or until they reach the age of 65. 2. NHRC can investigate matters within 2 years of their occurrence. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, or neither 1 nor 2? Send the answer to this question in the comment section. Stay tuned for the next episode. Thanks for watching.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.